why Putin released those pictures of Melania, those new.
Well, thank you for asking, because I do have my own theory. Ja, thank you for your video. I think your video has a lot of truth to it. I want to add my thoughts, which is that I believe what came to my mind when I saw that those Russian outlets had posted those pictures of Melania, what thought I had was a section of the Jeffrey Epstein tapes where some guy, I don't remember his name, had been interviewing him and was recorded on these interview tapes. And Jeffrey said that one of the things that Trump loves to do,
auto-generated captions might be mofo typos.
seek his friends' wives. He likes to cuckold his friends' wives. It's this thrill of some kind that Trump gets from sleeping with his friends' wives. And then Epstein said, so what he would do is he would call up the wife and then on a three-way call up the husband. The wife would be able to hear it. The husband didn't even know that his wife was on the phone. Then Trump would start engaging the guy and talking about somebody, some sexy young thing that he had been, the husband had been, or setting it up for, hey, I got these sexy young things and you want to, and the husband saying, oh yeah. And then once he would hang up with the friend, then he would turn around and say, well, now that you know what your husband is up to, how about me and you get up to that too? As sweet revenge. So, with that, I thought maybe the fact that those pictures exist and they were able to put them up on the TV was Putin's way of saying, ha ha, what's good for the goose is good for the gander. Or, guess who's up next? Guess whose wife is up now? Thank you very much. There was also this clip of apparently Melania looking quite terrified after shaking Putin's hand. And that's what it made me think of, that she's going to be fed to some very hungry Russian wolves as payback. And then, as far as Trump being embarrassed by this, au contraire, I disagree very much so. In fact, I think the fact that Trump has a wife such as Melania makes him quite proud, regardless of whether or not she, whatever, acts as a wife. There's this other TikTok lady, she has this theory about Melania is Trump's dom. And it's very, very compelling. But I personally don't think he's embarrassed at all. I think maybe Melania is embarrassed. But why would Trump be embarrassed? Why would Trump be embarrassed that the woman that he married, that his wife's photos that have already been out there, why would it embarrass him that they're being put out there again? Why would he be embarrassed over the fact that he's got a hot wife and that nudes of her are hot? Like, he's not that kind of person who has morals and humility and who thinks about things. He's not a family man. He's not going to look at those photos and be like, oh yeah, Barron might feel a little embarrassed. He probably talks to Barron about how hot his mom is, just like Trump talks about how hot Ivanka is. Ivanka. Which one is the daughter? Ivanka. Why would Trump be embarrassed about that? That just doesn't make any sense. I don't think so. I don't think Trump would be embarrassed if it was displayed that Melania was with someone else. If what Jeffrey Epstein was saying was true, I think he'd quite like it. I think it's all part of the game for him. Like there was one of Epstein's ex-girlfriend said recently that Trump essayed her when Epstein took her to meet him, and she felt like it was some weird sick game, and that Epstein kind of had to acquiesce to the fact that, you know, she was being assaulted, essayed by Trump because of the whatever power dynamic between them. So you're going to tell me that the same is not going to go for Trump and his wife with the people who, you know, he owes? That's my opinion about it. I don't think he's embarrassed at all. And why would he care what Melania has to do? He's not the one who's got to do it. And if he did, he probably wouldn't mind. That's how I feel about it. He would do it too. He already showed us at the rally. He knows how.
GodLoveDreamingBeach.com. Melania terrified of Putin.
What do you think? I saw this on Midas Touch. Well, I screen recorded this, but I saw this particular clip where they were saying, look at her face. Does she look scared? What about this loser? So as I was saying, Trump, according to Jeffrey Epstein, enjoys cuckolding his friends' wives, which means, so a cuck is a man whose wife cheats on him, and a cuckold is a man who enjoys watching his wife with someone else. So my theory is that what's good for the goose is good for the gander. And she has a paid position. And whether or not she's his dom, like, oh wait, she's got a butterfly? She's got a butterfly on her belt? Butterflies are supposed to be a symbol of sex. Oh, wow. Gulp. So, I just wanted to look at this multiple times so I could focus on the different players of this moment. So she smiles, and then she looks terrified to me. Yep, there's the guy. He admires him, he wishes he could be him. And he's just a scary Slytherin. Yike, he's so scary. The butterfly belt, So I wonder what she has to do, you know? Just have dinner and shake hands and smile and be nice? Or is there more behind the scenes? Like, for example, how they displayed her nude photos. Is it a power play? Is it a move to show you're still under my thumb? And your wife, too. Did they just share those photos because they thought it was a clickable story? But isn't that a fascist place? I wonder what they were talking about. He's such a terrible, awful, evil pig. Tisk, tisk, tisk. Scary mofo. Alright, I think just a couple more times. So as I was saying, Midas Touch was where I first saw them point out this little clip about how terrified she appeared to seem. So Melania was originally from Slovenia. She started to model when she was 16 years old. Look at that face. Is that fear of what's to come? Is it fear of what's been done? Is it fear of a bit of both? She knows that her husband is a puppet. Yikes. Woo! This guy. He wants to go to bed with all the dictators. Orban, Kim Jong-un, Putin. So gross.